Micah,
Nina,
Mark,
Ben.
Jackie.
Logan.
This past weekend I attended a Kansas City Royals baseball game. Before the game started, I wanted to check myself in on Facebook. I asked my group, what's the name of this stadium? We all kind of looked around and then found in a program it was named Kauffman Stadium. I checked myself in without any thought. I didn't really know who the Kauffmans were or why this stadium was named after them, but does it really matter? Do you drive around town looking at the names on businesses and Googling who they're named after before you go in? Probably not. The Brady District in downtown Tulsa is named after Tate Brady. And if you're like me, you may have never heard of Tate Brady before. But according to Tulsa News Channel 8, Tate Brady was a businessman who came to Tulsa in 1890. But this isn't what bothers some people in Tulsa. They're concerned with the rumor that Tate Brady was involved with the Ku Klux Klan and may have started the 1921 race riot. Some people in Tulsa don't like this and want to rename the Brady District because of it. Today I want to share with you why renaming the Brady District is unnecessary. First, I want to discuss that renaming the Brady District is no simple task, and it could create more problems for us. And finally, I want to conclude with the idea that keeping the name of the Brady District could be seen as a good thing for the city of Tulsa, regardless if those rumors are true or not. But first, renaming the Brady District will cost local businesses. Most of the businesses in the Brady District have been around forever, including Brady Theater. Renaming those businesses could be a lot of money for these businesses. The cost of changing logos, email addresses, websites, and even the uniforms for employees could be an extensive cost and can involve a lot of extra time. A Tulsa World article highlights Councilor Blake Ewing, who supports the Brady District. He says, "It's important to get input from businesses and property owners in the Brady District. The people affected, that changing addresses means a lot of money for people. It's important for us to remember how this change would financially impact the businesses in the Brady District." An Urban Tulsa article also says that cost is a big issue. It says, perhaps the biggest obstacle to a name change is the cost. If you include street signs, maps, monuments, and the printed materials required for a complete rebranding of all properties, it could run into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now that we know a little bit of how a name change would affect local businesses, let's look at how it could change the city of Tulsa as a whole. If we rename the Brady District, it could start a never-ending precedence. It may create a bunch of other requests of people wanting to rename other establishments. But the thing is, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like the name of a building, of a street, or other establishment. But Tulsa just doesn't have the time and money to change all those. A Tulsa World article states there are other establishments in Tulsa that are named after questionable individuals. New Block Park in Tulsa is also named after a Klansman. And do you think that if we rename the Brady District, people will want to rename this park next and other establishments? Probably so. But don't we think the city officials in Tulsa should focus on fixing the crime rate, unemployment, and our financial debt before that? Keeping the name of the Brady District could be seen as a good thing, so here's one solution. The name of the Brady District is a good indication of how far the city of Tulsa has come in the past 90 years. Changing the name won't erase our past, so instead of trying to erase our past, let's embrace it and use it as a sign of improvement. In a Tulsa World article, Mayor Dewey Bartlett says, "We use history as a teaching device. We take advantage of his and our past and look for how not to do things and hopefully how to do things." Mayor Bartlett is thinking of the whole city of Tulsa with his opinion. He's going to weigh the pros and cons for this name decision and do what's best for the community. But we need to know about our history in order to learn from it and not repeat our past. A supporter of changing the Brady District, James Johnson, feels that survivors of the 1921 race riot find honoring Tate Brady in this way is hurtful. He compares it to how the victims of the Oklahoma City bombing would feel if Bricktown was named after Timothy McVeigh. But up until reading about this uproar in the newspaper, I had never heard of Tate Brady before, and I didn't care why the Brady District was named after the Brady District. But the comparison that James Johnson makes between Tate Brady and Timothy McVeigh is inaccurate. While Tate Brady may or may not have done some wrongdoings in his life, he was never convicted of a crime. Timothy McVeigh did commit an atrocity and was convicted in a court of law. By keeping the name of the Brady District, we remember the past and learn from it. Councilor Blake Ewing says, "I do care that history is preserved so that my grandchildren, they don't grow up like I did, not even knowing we had a race riot until, I don't know, maybe adulthood I learned that." So today we've talked about what some people see as a problem and what other people see as a testament to how far Tulsa has come as a diversified community. The Brady District will always be the Brady District, but names don't make buildings and they don't make streets, just like your name doesn't make you. What you do makes who you are. The Brady District is thriving just because the people down there and the contributions they're making. Changing the name does not erase our past problems, but keeping the name does embrace our past problems, and it shows that we're moving forward to make a change for the better. Becca.
Nina.
Mark. Ben.
Jackie.
Logan.